Hello, nerds! Thank you for joining me here on Nerd News Clips. This is the second channel. This is the place for all of the short-form content as well as the individual sections and just generally speaking smaller things. If you are into the longer form content, youtube.com/generallynerdy is the place to go see that. With that out of the way, let's get into this. Let's hit up the rumor mill, shall we? Rumor mill, we have a fair few things to talk about. Our first piece is a gaming rumor. Reportedly, Naughty Dog is actively working on a new Uncharted game. This comes from a solid source, so I went a little high with this expectation because of the source. I don't know that this source has actually ever been proven wrong. Sometimes they make predictions that you can't disprove, so that's kind of shaky ground, but by and large, pretty solid source. So 70% likely we're going to be seeing sometime relatively soon a new Uncharted game from Naughty Dog. It makes sense too, because movie just came out. It's doing well. Or did well, I don't remember. It did quite well actually, because Tom Holland that's how he's going to be renegotiating his contract with Sony to keep playing Spider-Man, is because that movie did so well and it's not a Spider-Man movie. Anyway, so yeah, 70% we're going to be seeing Uncharted relatively soon. Our next one is kind of two rumors. So one of these rumors is dependent on the first rumor. The first rumor is that Time Bandits is getting rebooted, and not just rebooted, but rebooted by Taika Waititi. This sounds right up Taika Waititi's alley, man. This is a movie that I'm honestly surprised didn't have some sort of buzz around a reboot earlier, so that kind of lends to its favor. Also, Taika Waititi is a little offbeat. He's the kind of guy that's going to do a reboot of a movie that was a little offbeat. So that part of the rumor I'm giving about 65% likely. This is not the greatest of sources, but not the worst either. And then the rumor based on that first rumor is that they're actively in negotiations to give Peter Dinklage the lead role for the movie. I 100% think that if this movie happens, Peter Dinklage should be, if not will be, should be the guy to take the lead of the little people. Absolutely. I think Peter Dinklage is an amazing actor, and it doesn't have to be a little person role that you cast him in, as made evident by Cyrano. Oh my God, you should watch Cyrano, but that's not our, we're past suggestions for the episode. So, that being said, this is, however, still a rumor based on rumors. So we can only go so high on a rumor based on rumors, and we're going as high as I will allow, and that is 50% for Peter Dinklage playing the lead of the little people in this movie, in Time Bandits, sorry. And then we have new rumor on the Twisted Metal movie. With Anthony Mackie, that's going to, actually it's a Twisted Metal series going to Showtime, which means Paramount. I'm pretty sure is the way that shakes out. So the Anthony Mackie Twisted Metal movie based on the PlayStation video game from forever ago. The new rumor is that there is two new characters, that they're going to be adding to the roster of characters for this movie. The first of which is called Quiet. It is a female character in her, I'm pretty sure the casting, what was the quote-unquote leaked casting call, was for a female of non-specific ethnic origin that is in her 20s, I believe. And then the other character is, and this is why I said Agent Stone. Agent Stone is a character that exists in the mythology of the games, but they're changing this character rather significantly, so that's why it's kind of new. So this one's going to be a man in his 50s, and again, of non-specific ethnic origin. And that's all we really know according to this leak, according to this source. So what is the likelihood that this is happening? I have no reason to believe one way or the other. It's not the greatest source I have, but like, yeah, they're probably going to be adding new characters to this decades-old franchise at this point. So there's just not enough on either side of this argument to say one way or the other. So we're going right down the middle. 50%. Next up is a Marvel rumor that we have to address ever so briefly. So Darkhawk is rumored to be making an appearance in the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 movie. This very specifically says Volume 3 and not the holiday special. So Darkhawk is a pretty obscure character, so normally I would say that's less likely because of the obscurity, but considering James Gunn's penchant for going after obscure characters and putting them in his comic book movies, I would say this almost lends towards the argument that this could happen. But it's, again, not a great source, so we kind of, one more time, have to split the difference. So again, 50% likely that Darkhawk is going to be making an appearance in the next Guardians of the Galaxy movie proper. Once again, this has been just a brief segment from the larger episode that has been posted over on the main channel, youtube.com/generallynerdy. Go over there for the long form content, or just subscribe here if you want it in bite-sized chunks. Thank you very much for joining me, nerds. We'll see you in the next one. Before we go though, always remember that if it's generally nerdy, it's probably here.